Introducing tools to your puppy. I like to call my method the 4 S's: see, sniff, sound, and sensation. I like to break it up, regardless of what kind of tools I introduce to the doggy. I like to break it up into these 4 steps, so it's not going to be too overwhelming for them. And I can figure out which part they were having a little bit harder time, so we can take it from there and lessen the intensity of the equipment and get the doggy used to it the gentle way, step by step, in the pace they are okay with. So for example, in case it's the brush or a shear, I introduce the tool to the doggy this way. I let them see it, lots of treats, lots of treats. Once they are okay with seeing it, it gets trickier when we are using a bigger tool like the blow dryer. So some doggies are like, woo, that's a big thing. So they need a little bit more time with only this first step, seeing the tool. So you are reinforcing the doggy. You can move the tool out of the way or further away, so it's not going to be that intensive for the doggy as a distraction. And once they are getting better and they are moving around easier and more confidently, you can move the tool a little bit closer. Once they are doing okay with seeing, then they can sniff it. We don't want to push the doggy towards it, nothing like that. They are doing their thing off leash. We are not touching the dog. We are just luring the doggy closer to the tool. You can put the thing down on the ground, whatever grooming tool that is, to make sure that it's gonna be nice and comfortable nice and safe for everyone, and comfortable in case the dog is standing on it, whatnot. And they can stay confident while exploring among the bunch of treats you put on the ground while sniffing the tool. So we covered the first 2 steps, seeing and sniffing. The next 2 are a little bit more intensive steps and more intense distractions, and can be a little bit scary for puppies in case we're not taking it 1 step at a time. For example, in case of the blow dryer or the clipper, it can be it's going to be a little bit more loud than they might already are used to. So we are moving the tool out of the way again. And we ask for the doggy's attention, like they are watching us, they are checking us out, the treats I'm giving to them. So they are alert. The sound will not come as a surprise, because doggies get super scared in those situations, and there's going to be a lot of counter conditioning and desensitization coming up for both of you because of that. So while the doggy is watching you and is alert and excited about what's coming up, have treats around and keep the doggy's attention, you can give the cue like loud noise or something, whatever cue you want to use, and you can switch on the tool. Once the tool is on, still keep giving the treats to the doggy, so they will be engaged and they will focus on the yummy stuff, and they will get used to the new sound easier. And they connect like, okay, this is fun, I love it. Again, no pulling towards the sound, no pushing towards the sound, nothing like that. We don't force the doggy in any way, because there's no worse thing than that. They take their time, and once they do, it's gonna be, trust me, it's gonna be way less time spent with training if you go this way than if you go further, faster, and get the doggy used to it, the deal with it or else way. So the doggy is engaged and the thing is on. Let it be the blow dryer or clipper or whatnot, and we move it closer to the doggy. It's gonna be the sound getting closer to them. We are not adding the sensation yet, nor with the clipper putting it on them. We are just introducing the sound being a little bit closer. Once the doggy is okay with that, then we can move the sound a little bit further away from the doggy and introduce an itty bitty sensation from the blow dryer, like a little bit of air coming their way, which is the blow dryer is on the lowest, so it's not like a huge blow, and we are using the small blow dryer, not the big one, and on the lowest, and comfortable air is coming their way. In case it's summer, your doggy will probably prefer the cooler. In case it's winter time, your puppy will most likely be into the warmer sensation. So keep that in mind whenever you are introducing the tool to your puppy. And you are playing with the sensation a little bit. You are giving your doggy treats, preferably first out of the way of the airflow, so your doggy won't be surprised by the air hitting their nose while picking up the treats. So you are just serving the doggy a bunch of treats, and they are just experiencing the new sensation, the coat moving due to the airflow. Once the dog is comfy, you can go on different body parts with the sensation as well, and the sound a little bit closer, so they can get used to the full picture of blow drying or haircuts with clippers, and they will cooperate willingly. So these 4 steps are my favorite way to introduce grooming tools, especially the tricky ones, to puppies, because in case you go in these tiny steps, your doggy will be totally fine with these tools, and it's going to be a piece of cake, easy peasy to groom your doggy, whether it's you going to be the one who is doing it or the groomer or both of you.